Close your eyes and imagine you're an 84-year-old fisherman on the shores of Cuba. You have no wife, no children. Your wife passed away years ago, and out of deep sorrow, you even took her picture down from the wall. And the worst part? For 85 days, you haven't caught a single fish. People whisper that you're unlucky, cursed, and too old to be of use.
Pure evil. It's beautiful.
Hello, dears. Today we are going to present to you the summary and psychological messages of The Old Man and the Sea. This book is one of the most famous and important works of Ernest Hemingway, the well-known American writer who lived in the 20th century. Hemingway published the book in 1952, and just 2 years later, in 1954, he received the Nobel Prize in Literature. Famous writers such as Raymond Carver, Cormac McCarthy, and even Gabriel Garcia Marquez were influenced by this work. And the story goes like this. On a small Cuban shore lived an old man named Santiago, a thin man with skin burned by the sun and eyes that, despite his age, still carried the sparkle of the sea. Everyone knew him as a fisherman, yet a fisherman who had gone 84 days without catching a single fish. A boy named Manolin was always by his side, but the boy's family had forbidden him from going out to sea with the old man. Santiago has become unlucky, they said. Still, the boy loved him, brought him food, and kept learning from him. On the morning of the 85th day, Santiago set out into the sea with his small, simple boat. But this time, unlike before, he went straight to the deep waters, where the waves were darker and calmer. Hours passed until at last his fishing line pulled, yet not with an ordinary tremor. A mighty force battled deep below. Santiago realized that a giant marlin had taken his bait. It was so huge that it could not be pulled up with a single effort. Day and night went by. The sun scorched. The palms of his hands tore open. His back ached, but he never let go of the line. He spoke to himself. He spoke to the fish, sometimes fainted from pain and hunger, yet his gaze always remained fixed on the sea. On the third day, the massive fish finally rose near the surface. Its body shone in the water like a sword of silver and blue. With all his strength, Santiago struck it with his harpoon. Victory! He tied the marlin to his boat and steered toward the shore. But the sea is never generous, and victory is never without a price. The smell of the marlin's blood drew sharks toward the boat. They attacked one after another, and no matter how hard Santiago fought, more pieces of his catch were taken away. His hands were torn, his oar broke, yet not for a single moment did he give in. When he finally reached the shore, nothing was left of the majestic marlin but its enormous skeleton. Santiago, exhausted yet proud, tied up his boat and returned to his hut. The next morning, the villagers saw the marlin's skeleton and spoke of it with amazement. The book's message: Santiago had lost, but not in his own eyes. He showed that the true glory of man lies not in final victory, but in fighting with every last breath. With this story, Hemingway tells us, a man can be destroyed, but never defeated.